Enemy bagged. Enemy in the open. Mark. Eyes on enemy. Enemy here. Ice.
Grandpa Nooby reporting for duty with another tips and tricks video. And this one covers private matches. And what are private matches? They're matches that you can set up and play either against bots. You can also customize the matches, or you can play against your friends and do maybe snipers only or shotties only or something like that. It's a very powerful feature. It's good for warming up. It's good for getting the feel for new weapons. It's good for a lot of things. And most of the people I know never use the private match capability in Call of Duty. I've been doing it since my first game. In fact, in Black Ops 2, I almost exclusively played private matches because every time I got into a multiplayer match, Grandpa got destroyed. So it's another way just to have fun in the game without the pressure of maybe losing a match for your team, going 0-25, 1-15, whatever. So let's have a look at how we set up a private match. You go into the quick play menu and scroll down to private match. Create private match. You saw that on the right. Now you're ready to play almost in the bare bones setup here. Problem is, look to the right. See Grandpa Nooby up there, loud and proud. There's my name. You can see that Team 2 has no other players. So you have to add players, and it depends on your skill level. It depends on what you want to do. I always add 6 bots, leave them at recruit, because if you're just warming up, you don't want to play against sweaty bots. Sweaty bots stink. The recruit bots are good enough. They'll gack you a few times in the game, as you'll find out. Back in the day when I was just learning to play, a lot of times, and when I learned to snipe, I just go against 1 or 2 bots, because you know what? It took me extra time to aim the weapon, the sniper rifle, and to pull the trigger, and I found myself getting gacked each and every time. Now, if you have your buddies with you, you can also have some spectators, and you can have a codcaster. I've had spectators before. I've never done the codcaster. Next, let's go down to the lower left to the game setup. Choose the map you want first, or the mode you want. I always play team deathmatch. I have played kill confirmed with my friends a few times. And we usually do that when I'm streaming and we have more people that want to play with me than we have slots in the game. Generally, if I'm just warming up, I will choose a small map, a Nuketown or Nuketown variation. Next, I hit customize. I put the time limit when I'm warming up to 5 minutes. Advanced, nothing here. It just has to do with points and what counts there. Player, unlimited. I don't want to do anything more than max health here at 100. You can go up further if you want, but everybody you play against is going to have all the bots that advanced health. Health regeneration, normal. When I'm playing against my friends, I turn off tactical sprint. I turn off weapon mounting. Of course, revives already off, and you can see that there's not going to be any down stuff. I do enable the mini map, and I accept the defaults all the way down. And then finally, I turn off the hardcore mode. Every once in a while, we'll play headshots only. I usually leave that off. Field upgrades, I turn off if I'm playing against my friends. If I'm playing against bots, I'll leave it at default, and that will be normal. And you got to be careful when you use that left stick, because sometimes you'll hit a setting you don't realize you hit, and then you'll figure it out once you get in game. If I'm playing against my buddies, I turn off score streaks. Otherwise, I leave them on. I don't use them. You can also use private matches to practice with score streaks, equipment delay protection, battle chatter off or on, depending on how you like it. I usually turn it all off. And there it is. There's one more thing that I do. For the game, I turn the match start time down to 5 seconds because I don't want to sit there and wait for myself to get into a game. I just want it to happen. You got your game selected. You're playing against bots. Now, the one thing you need to make sure that you do before you get in a game is set up your weapons. Your weapon setup is not the same as your weapon setup in normal multiplayer. So you're going to need to create your classes for private matches. The classes, luckily enough, will stick with you from private match to private match. The settings will not. Now you're ready to get into the game. Now you're ready to rage.
Eliminate all threats
against the bots. They usually come down here. You got to keep moving now. These bots aren't just going to stand still and let you gack them.
That one's down.
But they're going to give you time to aim down sight and shoot. The reason why I go with 6 is because generally it pushes me a little bit. If I was having difficulty playing against the bots, I would go with 2 or 3. So there you have it. No shame in playing against bots. In fact, the pros recommend it. Most of the big YouTubers recommend it. And I definitely recommend it. If you want to get better with a weapon, if you want to try out a weapon, or if you just want to have some low pressure fun, private matches are the way to go. And as always, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. Give me some comments on, give me some comments on how you feel about private matches. What's your favorite setup? It's a little bit different from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And he's coming around to get old Grandpa. There we are. I don't know how that happened. But it did. Please like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments on private matches, what you use them for, if you use them, if you don't use them, and what your experiences are, what your recommendations are. As always, helps me, helps the family. Cheers and peace to you. Woo! Woo!